All right, guys, so we've just arrived in the Nissan SUV section. Here's an R50 Pathfinder in black. This one's a 1998 to be exact. It even had a trunk privacy cover, although that one's pretty worn out. I don't think this is the R50 that we're looking for. Nope, this one's automatic. So we're gonna keep going down the road here. I want to say it might be this red one that's all smashed up in the front. But again, not 100% sure, but let's take a look. So here's the other R50 in red. This one's the 1997 variety. Someone busted the hatch glass. Got a third brake light dangling here. Let's take a look, see. Oh, it was the one that we were looking for. And sadly, someone destroyed the shifter boot. As always, I was scheming on getting this thing and possibly cleaning it up and selling it, but that's not the main thing that we're here for. What we're really here for is the clutch pedal here. We're gonna test this guy out to make sure it works. Yeah, clutch pedal works and returns like it's supposed to, so this is definitely gonna be a good candidate. Now, I'm not gonna be able to film the removal of this. We're gonna go ahead and remove the driver's seat, and then the steering column has to be dropped, and then we're also gonna have to come into the engine bay, and hopefully I can actually get to it. But oh my, yeah, it's a nightmare in here because even the firewall is all messed up from the front end collision here. But we need to get that brake booster just loose enough to get to the fasteners on the clutch master cylinder here, so we can get that wiggled out the way and hopefully get our clutch pedal assembly. So wish me luck. All right, so we got the driver's seat removed and shoved out of the way there. And the reason why is because we got to drop the steering wheel. Once we get the steering wheel dropped, that will allow us to get to the fasteners that hold the brake booster in place. And more importantly, the two fasteners here under the dash that holds the clutch pedal assembly in place. All right, guys, so we were able to successfully retrieve our prize. Here's our clutch pedal assembly complete. And yeah, we had to fight a little bit, but tenacity wins again. Thank you again, R50. Because of you, another 5-speed gets to stay on the road. D21. And an air filter box. These are always good to have too, because those old WD-21s, it's getting hard to find that stuff. So we're going to be looking for an Infiniti QX4. Not quite sure what row it's in, but we're going to nose around here and see if we can find it. And if all else fails, at least we got the clutch pedal assembly for our subscriber. Trust me, I know how hard it is to find those 5-speed parts. It's so rare. Yeah, that's a lot of new inventory in the yard. Here's another pretty cool R50, 1996 through 99. These are some really nice aftermarket wheels here, wrapped in BFGs. It's gonna be 31 10.5 R15s. Oh, no way. This was the truck I thought that we were picking on. So that's cool. It turns out that there was 2 5-speeds here. Man, I'm really digging these wheels. What's the date code on these tires? 5 of 18. Yep, right there. Oh, no wonder no one took them. These have a very specific lug on them. You would need an extraction tool to get those guys off. Interesting wheel center cap. Yeah, very nice. I like the fact that they're wrapped in BFGs too. Yeah, full set. No one's touched them. This truck's been on the yard. Today will make day number 2 since we've been here. Oh, well, that might be why no one's touched them. I'm assuming someone was trying to try their luck at getting to this clutch pedal assembly. This one, it looks like it might be damaged because it's like super close to the brake pedal. And I mean, look at the gas pedal. The whole firewall is all mangled down there. And this shifter boot would have been worth something, but as you can see, has a lot of wear and tear on it. What year was this guy? 1997. I tell you what, I'm glad that we got that clutch pedal from that other donor R50 versus this one. Again, similar damage, but this one's way worse. Look at where the strut tower is compared to where it should be. And I mean, there'd be no way for me to get my hand down in here to get to that clutch master cylinder to get things undone. Because there's 2 fasteners there, 2 12mm nuts that you have to remove from the clutch master cylinder that holds the clutch pedal to the body of the R50. And if you're not able to get down in there to get those 2 fasteners off, ain't nothing happening. So another cool thing is someone was definitely customizing on this R50. Look at the tail lights. That's pretty cool. Wow. Yeah, if I can get the correct tool to remove these wheels, I think I'm gonna come back and grab one of them. Although maybe the tire might not be such a good idea. It's starting to show signs of dry rot. We can always replace the tire later. But hey, dig this. This R50's lifted. Has a spacer lift on it. What? I'm not for spacer lifts, but I'm not against them either. If that's what your budget allows, I say go for it. But for me, I'd rather use the correct springs. Oh, here's the other QX4 that we were looking for. Oh, don't mind if I do. Damn, look at the wheels, guys. Chrome plated. What? 1998. Someone was riding in style back in 98. Nice. So I have 3 out of the 4. Not bad. And again, it's always the little things. Man, I am so stuck on these wheels, guys. Chrome. Man. If I had an Infiniti QX4, I would definitely grab these wheels and these wheel center caps, throw them on my R50. Thing was nice. So here's what's left of a 2001 Infiniti QX4. And this one, it was decent. Someone's been doing some customization. This center stack has been painted. Here's the cup holder, but it does have a crack in it, so that's no good. That portion there is all flimsy too. Had a sound system. Someone's already helped themselves to that. What I was really interested in was this trunk privacy cover. This one's a little bit dirty, which is not a big deal. The issue is, though, it has a hump in it. So someone has mistreated this thing at some point in the past. Needless to say, I won't be taking it. I would have been sold on it if it was black. I've been getting some inquiries for a black one. Huh, interesting. So here's another R50 Pathfinder. This one is black, 1997. And this is 5-speed number 3. Are you kidding me? Usually if you do come across one of these, you might find like one. But to come across 3 of them, The shifter boot's messed up.
Yeah, 14. Yeah, that's 14.
So from this guy, I'm gonna get these plastic clips here for the spare tire tools. So the reason why I've been after these is because one of mine's actually broke and it's loose, and it's causing this annoying rattle coming from the spare tire rod here, because it sits right here, and if it's not securely fastened, it'll bob around when you hit bumps, and it's making a racket. But these things, they're kind of tricky to remove. You have to kind of pry a little bit, but you have these tabs, one on either side. You have to depress them, and it's easier to get done if you have a really skinny flathead screwdriver. All right, guys, so we're back at the junkyard, and there's some new inventory that was just put out on the yard this morning. I want to say there's about 4 or 5 new R50s that they put out. 2 of which are going to be the Infiniti QX4s, 2001 to 2004, and then a 97 to 2000 model. And I was just here 2 days ago, but I just couldn't resist seeing the new inventory coming in. I'm excited, guys. Let's see what we can get into. This is the first row. It used to be only 3 rows, now there's 4. And what I'm doing is just taking my time, peeking around here. So this is the new row that was put out this morning. Here's what's likely a 2002 R50 Pathfinder SE trim. You could tell from the luggage rack. Came looking because I was hoping that there was a trunk privacy cover in this unit. Well, there isn't one. But that's okay. Oh, wow. I wonder what happened there. There's another R50 with these same SE wheels. And I think I just watched a gentleman check out with them. Oh. The key is still here. With a fob. Once upon a time, I would have been hunting tirelessly looking for that thing, but I have 2 that I picked up from the junkyard and another 2 that I purchased brand new. So I have 4 fobs for my truck now. Another cool and interesting thing about this black R50 2004 SE trim, it has a Infiniti QX4 spoiler on it. Interesting. It was native to Las Vegas. Hashtag Vegas strong. If you know, you know. I was kind of interested in this QX4 here. So this one's a 99. The original wheels are long gone. No biggie. But from this unit, I'm actually going to be taking the headlamps. I'm going to go ahead and grab those now. All right. We've successfully acquired both headlamps. I'm just gonna head down this road here. I want to check out this other R50. Here it is. This gold one here. This came in this morning. And like I said, I watched someone literally just check out with those wheels. Good for them. This one was a 4-wheel drive unit. Oh, with leather interior. And it has a wood grain center stack. And it looks like it's still in good shape. I'm probably going to take that too. No trunk privacy cover. That's what I was really hoping to find here. Yeah, all 4 of its wheels were just purchased. Shout out to the young man that got those wheels because I like them. Yeah, that center stack is in great shape, so we're definitely taking that. So again, this is a 2002 LE trim R50 Pathfinder. Main reason why I'm spending so much time gawking over this one, our late brother Drew Hendricks. This is also the same color of his R50. How do I know? Because he told me what his paint code was. It's KXO, which is what we have here. Man. This time I want to give a huge shout out to Drew's brother, Lee Hendricks. At this time, he's actively working on Drew's truck and restoring it. And more importantly, getting it back on the road and getting some use out of it. So I'm super duper excited for that. But yeah, right before Drew passed, I had actually gotten him a pair of mirrors because he'd been searching for them for a couple of years. Another thing he wanted me to get was the fender flares. But his brother went ahead and just simply reclaimed them, if you will. He cleaned them up and painted them black. So the truck now has like a black accent to it, which I personally like. Every time I see one of these R50s in this color, because they're super rare, and being friends with an individual that owned one just like it, you know, and that person is no longer with us now, it kind of makes me take time and step back and look at things and appreciate things more, you know? Yeah, we're gonna go ahead, we're gonna hop in here, and we're gonna work on getting this wood grain center console removed. So sadly, we were only able to successfully remove the center stack itself. And this is a question that I'm often asked where it concerns these wood grain center console trim bezels. Chris, how do you remove them without breaking them? Well, first thing is using the correct tool. But even when using the correct tool, this can still happen. Yes, I'm putting myself on blast today. I broke the clock, an AC vent. Again, very fragile, very hard to remove without breaking. I want to say to date, I've only been able to remove a handful of AC vents like this without breaking them, because the plastic that they use to mold these things, it's more fragile and susceptible to breaking than the black variant. Like the black trim bezel and clock, you can get those removed with just about anything without breaking them. But this one, you have to pray. Use the correct tools and say a prayer before you make an attempt to remove it, because it's that hard to remove without breaking, guys. I'm just saying. So another thing I was potentially interested in is this 2001 to 2004 Infiniti QX4. Not quite sure I'm going to take anything from this vehicle today. Looks like there might have been a trunk privacy cover back here. It was really clean. But sadly, we were late. We got here about an hour after the junkyard opened. So I'm sure that there were other people here. Here's another variation to the clock. This is the Infiniti QX4 variant. This one too, just like the black one, you can get it out with very little issue or running the risk of breaking anything. Wow, here's a rarity. A head unit with almost all of its buttons still intact, except for this one. But yeah, you almost never see that. And it looks like someone made the same mistake our Emporia colleague did. Looks like they might have dropped their phone here or something else. But yeah, this thing is busted, so this would be no good. From this Infiniti QX4, I was thinking about taking the headlamps. They look to be in decent shape, except for this one has a lot of oxidation here. And the mounting point here, it's kind of chewed up. But that's not from abuse, that's just from age and wear and tear. And the heat, of course. See, this one is split also. But you can fix them. Most individuals that sell this stuff on eBay, they'll just polish these and send it. This one has the aluminum valve covers. Looks like an aftermarket brake booster. That does not look OEM because it should be black. So it's likely a reman. Yeah, this one's been worked on. This radiator is not original. I mean, look at how clean it is on the back side. And the fact that the fan shroud's missing, that tells us everything we need to know right there. Yeah, this radiator is probably not even a year old based on the color of the fins. I mean, it's really clean. Chrome wheels, which is always a plus. And this one was native to Nevada. See the tag there? That's a temporary tag. So all of its wheels were chrome except for the spare, of course. That's how you can tell things apart there. This one was a 2001 to be exact. Oh, I was hopeful that it still had the OEM spoiler, but it's been broken, so. See chrome here. And chrome here. Yeah. So we kind of skipped over this black R50 right here. We know for sure why this one's in the junkyard. Looks like it met its demise with either a pole. Yeah, likely a pole, some kind of metal pole. Pretty nasty. Yeah. I am actually going to be pulling out of here in a minute. I kind of got what I came for. The main thing I came for was the headlamps. This center stack was a bonus. And look at what I just found. Yeah. Bro, he left a whole thing of ammo in here. I wonder if this person knows this. 12 gauge slugs in here. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22. Yeah, there's 23 of them in here. That is by far the craziest thing that I've ever seen in a junkyard. And trust me, I've seen some things. I mean, all types of stuff get left behind in some of these rigs. And this thing, it wasn't crashed. Most vehicles, when they come to the junkyard, they're all smashed up. This one wasn't. Whoever owned this rig, they were a gun owner. Looks like they liked the 12 gauge. They had a lot of rounds for that thing. Wow. All right, guys, so we've been here for about 2 hours. I'm gonna make our way out of the yard now. I'm sure it's a huge line of people waiting to check out now. I was just helping out a young man with removing a couple of fasteners from an alternator on a Nissan Murano. Man, the VQ35DE that's in that thing, it's some fun to work on. He offered to give me some funds for my help, and I was like, absolutely not. I was just happy to help, you know. I'm a Nissan guy, and I enjoy helping out other Nissan enthusiasts. He just wanted to show me some appreciation for helping him with some tools and a little bit of my labor. He was just struggling with one fastener, the fastener on the bottom right side of the alternator. And then it has this huge through bolt, of course. So we were just working on getting the nut off on the front of the engine where we could actually see things. So now he's just got to go through the fun of fishing the alternator out of the engine bay through the bottom. So of course you can't see anything from the top, can't work on it from the top. But we both agreed that's why the repair shops charge as much as they do, because it's a PETA to get to some of these parts, especially on a VQ. I'm gonna message our subscriber on Instagram to let him know that we have his clutch pedal assembly.